Here is a new hashtag challenge for all of you bored teens. Take a photo of an area that needs some cleaning or maintenance, then take a photo after you've done something about it, and post it. That's a really cool idea. In fact, I encourage every one of you guys to go do that. And if you do end up doing something like this, make sure to, tag me in it or something like that on Twitter, @softcoreyt. So I think we all kind of need some wholesome memes at the moment. There's been some pretty horrific stuff in the news the last week or so. So yeah, here's some wholesome memes. Also, while we're here, just some news. We did do a charity live stream. We raised $650, and after YouTube took their share, yada yada, it went down to $600, and I'll be donating that as soon as I can, which will be on my payday, which is on the 22nd. So I'll be paying it then. And I'll make sure to update you guys on Twitter. But anyways, here's some wholesome memes. Took my 6-year-old to a classmate's birthday party today. He was the only other kid there. His parents thanked me for bringing him and said he was the only one their son wanted to invite because my son was the only one in school who's nice to him. Teach the kids not to be assholes. Have you felt unsafe on campus? Discriminated against? Threatened? Afraid to walk around campus? We will walk with you. Introducing the all-new product, Big Muscular Men. Other men don't want to fuck with them. I, 24-year-old male, know that my girlfriend, 19-year-old female, is lying to me. We were chilling in my room when she said, "I've just thought of a lie that I tell you sometimes." I paused my game and asked her to go on. "Sometimes," she said. "I say I need a hug from you when actually I think you're the one that needs a hug." She's a keeper. Why does that make me want to cry? I love when you're here, and whenever you're here, your parents come and sit in the audience. They literally drove me here today. Okay, Seth Rogen gets a bit of shit, but he's actually a funny guy and is a genuine guy. So give him some slack, alright? He has a funny laugh. But I mean, come on. Sex workers of Reddit, what is the saddest experience, client-wise, you've had whilst on the job? Not my story, but I knew a girl who did rent-a-night type of stuff. Guy asked her if she could come over, doesn't talk about sex over the phone, just if she could come over and to come hungry. She thinks he's into feeding or some shit. She arrives at 6 PM, which is pretty early for her work. She asks what he would like to do. He just cooks for her, a really big delicious meal. He starts to open about his wife had passed away and always loved his cooking, but he hates cooking for himself. Me. Finish my time machine. Friend, you gonna go back and kill Hitler? Me. Nah, I'm gonna do something more important. 13 years ago in Australia. Me. In lifeguard outfit. Sorry guys, you can't go out to the reef today. Steve Irwin. Tomorrow's another day. No one will miss me. I'm better off dead. When I worked at a non-profit that handled suicide prevention, I had access to the donation records. Each month, a specific man donated $15 to our organisation. It was like clockwork, same day, same man. He'd been doing it for over 4 years. It always seemed odd to me, but I never questioned it, until I saw a note attached for 1 month. For Noah, Dad. His donation was once his child's allowance. I can promise you, they will miss you for the rest of their lives. I've said this before in a video, but if you ever feel down and you feel like no one cares or no one loves you, just know you are loved. There are people out there who love you and want to help you, and they want to see you. Even if it doesn't seem like that, there are people out there who love you. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Steve Irwin finally got his star. Christians making a ring around Muslims so they can pray in peace during the Egyptian revolution. Muslims protecting Christians in Egypt during Mass. In light of recent events, I just want to say we're better off being stronger together than letting it divide us. Don't let him win. Have I ceased to exist? Deception! I have not. My little boy is in the process of being tested for autism. He's 3 and rarely speaks a word that's understandable anyways, but he always says "I love you, Dad," when I put him to bed. That would do me for the rest of my life. Those words mean the most out of any. I never want my kids to mess up and think, "Dad's gonna kill me." I want their first thought to be, "I need to call my dad." Parenting with fear isn't parenting at all. It's tolerating a child's presence until they're old enough to mind themselves. Let's talk about it. To be honest, this is one of the nicest things I've ever received. Hello, I just wanted to inform you that I find you very attractive. Hope you have a nice day. Please be environmentally responsible and reuse this card in the next attractive person you see. Alright guys, I'm really sorry, but I'm gonna have to interrupt the video to thank this episode's sponsor. So thank you to Beautiful Halo for sponsoring this video. Find a link down below to buy these designs. This one is definitely my favorite because, I mean, just look at it. I've ordered one. So yeah, if you guys would like to grab some of these shirts and hoodies and all of that good stuff, link in the description down below. And again, thank you to Beautiful Halo for sponsoring this video. Alright, interruption over. Let's go. Left, 2008. A young Joseph meets idol Michael Phelps. Right, 2016. Joseph beats Michael Phelps in the Olympics. Never give up on your dreams. Do you remember Abby, the dog from I'm a Legend? She's now 13 and is still a good girl. A farmer in China spent 16 years studying law so he could sue a chemical company that polluted his land. He couldn't afford to buy law books, so he gave the bookstore owner corn in exchange for letting him read and copy information by hand. He won his case and got compensation for all the families in the village. What an amazing guy. The purest love in the world is the one between grumpy dads and the pet they said they didn't want. One of the hardest things to learn as a depressed former gifted kid is that half-assed is better than nothing. Take the 50%, take the 40%, even the 20% job. Scrubbing your face is better than not taking a shower at all. Picking up your clothes is better than never cleaning. Nibbling on some bread is better than starving. Do things halfway, now you're 100% better off than you were before. One of my college professors used to say, anything worth doing is worth doing poorly. I didn't understand that for years because I didn't do anything poorly. I had to do everything perfectly. But brushing your teeth for 30 seconds is better than not brushing them at all when that 2 minutes seems exhausting. Doing 10 minutes of yoga is better than 10 minutes of sitting around when 30 minutes of cardio sounds impossible. Changing my clothes is good when a whole shower is impossible. Standing on the porch for a few minutes is worth it after being in the house for 3 straight days because I don't have the energy to go anywhere. Anything worth doing is worth doing poorly because doing it poorly is better than not doing it. What simple thing gets you to laugh in an instant? My wife laughs a lot and does this thing where she finds something really funny. She can't even get the whole story out. She'll say like 3 words and laugh so hard she cries. It takes her 10 minutes to tell me why she's laughing and it kills me every single time. This guy got on the bus and just stared at me and Lulabelle on my lap for a solid 30 seconds, then goes, "Are you allowed to have dogs on the bus?" And I shrugged thinking he was going to give me shit or something, but then he pulls out a chihuahua out of nowhere. This took an unexpected wholesome turn. No war. They make a compelling argument. My girlfriend when I call her pretty, and she knows I mean it. So last summer I randomly met this 80-year-old woman on Words with Friends, and we played 300 plus games together, and she actually ended up being a good friend of mine. Today I got to go to Florida and meet her in person. Yeah, sex is cool, but you ever called a dog from another room and you hear his paws hitting the floor as he runs towards you? Yes, I have. Speaking of, are you guys enjoying the dog outros? I thought I would make that a thing because he's cute. Maybe once you guys are sick of seeing my dog, we can start including other people's dogs in the outro. I don't know, just let me know in the comments. Terry Crews held open a gate for me at Disneyland while I struggled to get through with a stroller. He was holding his sleeping kid. We were just 2 tired dads after a day of Disneyland. I've always held him in high regard after that. Hell of a guy. It amounted to about 5 seconds, but that was all I needed to know. Me gaming. Girlfriend learning the game so she could spend more time with me. Oh my god. I adopted this cat as a kitten in 2007 when I was 8 years old. In 2012, my dad decided he didn't want the cat anymore, so he left him alone in the middle of a forest, like a totally responsible adult would do, and tried telling my sister and I he ran away. Today, 10 years later, I walked into an animal shelter on a whim and I found my cat. Guess who's coming back home to finally get the love he deserves with my sister and I? That is really cute. In college, I smoked some weed with my neighbor in the dorm. I got so high that I had a panic attack, and to calm me down, he basically had to cuddle with me and then put on Animal Planet. No joke, sounds like a sweet dude. My boyfriend was slow cooking ribs and I guess they were done in the middle of the night. So this man wakes me up at 3 AM and goes, "Here babe, I bought you a rib." So we sat in bed and ate ribs. I found my soulmate. My daughter is a big Studio Ghibli fan. Do you think she'll notice my tie as I walk her down the aisle this weekend? Boy, that is a sweet tie. I need to buy myself one of those, but I don't have any suits, so maybe I don't need to buy myself one of those. Doctor takes break from giving birth to deliver another baby. A gynecologist in the US was preparing to give birth to her own baby in the hospital when she heard that another expectant mother was also close to giving birth. As the doctor on call was still on his way, she stepped in and handled the delivery. She then went back to her ward and gave birth to her baby. This is Marty. He's a farmer. He just donated 6 acres of land to Syrian refugees so they could start a new life. They were farmers back in Syria. One of them lost their mother and brother in the war. Marty gave it away with no expectations of payment or reward. He did it to help those seeking a better life. Thank you, Marty. You personify what it means to be Canadian. This is the purest thing I've ever received. Bless my mum. Proof all dogs go to heaven. It took my new cat a while to realise that kissing the top of her head was a gesture of affection, but I think she's finally got it. The downside is now she thinks that the best way to signal she wants cuddles is to come charging at me and mash the top of her head against my face. It's like a very affectionate punch in my mouth. I put some action figures on eBay. My mum bought 2, but not the other 28 I had. She messaged to say that her autistic son was excited to get them. She wished she could have bought more. I sent her all 30 of them, got a phone call, she thanked me and cried. We're all friends to this day. My granddad has a hat for each university his grandchildren attended, and today I got to give him mine. Young kid at skate park. Are you a professional? Me. Yes. Him. But you're a grown-up. Me. I know, it's weird. Him. I have a skateboard. Me. I hope you never outgrow it. Male suicide is the biggest killer of men under 50. It is preventable. Let's not man up. Let's not tough it out. Let's find true strength instead. Let's show our vulnerability. Let's stop faking macho bullshit. Let's change. My marriage has turned into a nightly routine of my wife and I running down a list of reasons we should go to bed early, so we can wake up and get shit done the next day. Then by the 675th cat gif on Reddit, we both yell, "How the fuck is it 3 AM? Worth it. I love her. If you were singing along to a song on the radio, there is a good chance you were singing along with thousands of people. Oh, that's kinda nice. So I hope you guys enjoyed these wholesome memes. Again, massive thank you to Beautiful Halo for sponsoring this video. Link in the description. Make sure to click on it and you'll be helping me out. So thank you guys for watching. My name is Core and I'll see you guys later.